Johnny Damon was a mangy mess with the Red Sox.
Mangy?
A mangy, whatever it is. 20 years ago today, Yankee related.
So 20 years ago today. So that is 2014.
Glass half full.
I love Hootie and the Blow. Oh, forget it. Forget it.
Eric in Hopatcom. What's up, Eric?
Hopatcom, why we struggle?
Hit the post, but the backhand, that one was.
Iris Jurado.
Spell last name?
Jurado. Jurado.
Jurado.
All right, there you go.
It's
that works too.
Ecuadorian.
Well, listen, I don't know.
Let's hear from Griffin's favorite, Jimmy.
Who's Jiffin?
Jiff.
Peanut butter guy? If you lost Ira, it's like losing Cronkite.
Or Concrete. I don't want to lose either of them.
No. Let's go to Lovell
Low.
in Lavelle. But is Alan Boone? Oh, boy.
You know what? Maybe it's time.
It could be Alan Hahn said.
He has weapons LaGord.
It's the evening nightly lose. I can't speak. But stay right here on the Ray.
Oh, boy. However you want to play, don't miss your chance.
BetMGM,
You soiled yourself. Chocolate soft serve in your pants.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
See ya.
Cut his fat ass.
Okay.
Wake up, Flip. Screw. Go scratch yourself.
Peter.
Yeah!
Wow.
Weird horse in France. I've got a team that stinks.
How about some ENN? Bring us that.
How about shut your face?
Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. What is that?
I think I speak for everybody when I say thank you for the phone call.
They were being somewhat semi-critical of the greatest spoof in the history of sports.
Nobody coaches me up.
Football Mondays on 98.7.
Box.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN.
Tool shed.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN are brought to you by Sloman's.
With a perfect read. Nails every read.
Oh, my God. He just punched the computer
And
hard.
your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt. Where I'm on meth, and my mom's a prostitute.
It's a slick white orb, and it has to be rubbed up.
He's Chris Russo. He's God. He floats on air.
Speaking of a squirrel trying to get a nut,
Easy, right?
I got a mouthful of nuts right now.
Some kind of party. I'm hearing you're very low.
You're the low. Oh, no.
Man,
Something's going on.
Getting outscored 98-7. Think about that's ridiculous. I'm coughing.
Is he all right, Peter? Is he
10,
That might
okay?
have been it.
I hate you. I hate your guts.
People suck.
He probably wears a thong to show off the tuchus.
That's the problem. I'm a miserable human being, and I never please myself.
Never?
Well, you should. It's fun.
You get like a rogue piece of sand in the wrong hole?
He could go choke on it. I feel it for 1 point.
No, that's not feeling it.
That's feeling it. Feel
No.
this then, okay?
You hear what I'm
Don't
saying,
pick it.
Peter?
God.
When you're
You know what?
That's not true.
He stinks.
Smoke weed every day.
I'd be rolling torpedoes, get blunted with Rostas, and for a hefty fee, I'm on your record, like Bob Costas.
Most people would probably not know that I could play the piano by ear.
Why don't we talk to Richard in Manhattan? How are you, sir? Whoa. What was that?
Let's go to Bob in Warwick. Bob.
Oh, this will be good. Hey, Bob.
Nature called and I had to go take a dump. Guess what? I got to get on my bike and go.
What is your take on sausage? When you're cramped into a tight space and there's stuff coming through your head and then out of your mouth and you're relying on each other to make the other person feel comfortable. You guys know.
Look at that sandwich. How nice and fresh it is.
He got that dog in him.
I mean, it hides wrinkles, your jowls, your double chin.
Jowls.
Your head.
We know! Look
Firmly-
at this garbage. Look at this garbage. How many chances you get?
Former Raven.
Replied.
Or current Raven.
Oh, like the game doesn't need him.
Sorry, he's a Charger now.
He's a Charger.
Oh, no, he's a Ram.
I think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
Thank you, my friend, and I will see you soon. Say hi to everybody.
All right, be well. You say hello too.
Okay, take care, Michael. It's Michael K. with me here.
No, Michael K.
This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
CNN's at 6.
When the clock struck 6, it meant one thing.
Now, from the ESPN New York news desk, here's
Rosenbaum or whatever that guy's name is.
No wonder your show is number one.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How's everyone doing today?
Oh,
Good,
great.
yourself?
I'd like to start off tonight's CNN in a big way, if I can. Well, by saying, first of all, big thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Security Dodge. Why don't you go see Michelle Scalesian?
Come get some.
Yeah.
Guys, it's just in. I have the results of Drop Madness. We have a winner in the Flub region, and it's all chalk right here. The 1 seed advances.
Johnny Damon was a mangy mess with the Red Sox.
Mangy?
A mangy, whatever it is.
73-27, the 1 seed coasts. We stay in the Flub region, closer matchup, and the 8 seed advances 57-43.
Let's hear from Griffin's favorite, Jimmy.
Who's Jiffin? Peanut butter guy?
All right, we say good. That means it's the end for Cronkite or Conkrite. We go to the funny region where Don, not surprisingly, a huge triumph, 85-15 for the 1 seed.
You soiled yourself. Chocolate soft serve in your pants.
But that does mean.
Can I make a prediction, Peter?
Yeah.
That's the winner of the
Yeah,
tournament.
I think that's the whole thing. It has to be. It got so many things working in its favor, and that means we say goodbye to the 16 seed, sadly.
Nobody coaches me up.
Which was a wonderful moment.
But we go to the funny region, and we have a very mild upset. As is it really an upset, though, if Don's involved? The 9 seed advances 62-38.
Wow.
Was there any chance that was going to lose against this 8 seed?
Peter.
Come on. It's Don screaming for a minute straight.
Yeah, one's Don screaming, one's Don being like
quietly whispering my name like a sweet nothing. We go to the troubling region where the 1 seed advances 60-40.
Football Mondays on 98.7.
Box.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN.
Tool shed.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN are brought to you by Sloman's.
You know, I could see that ending up in a battle against chocolate soft serve in your pants at some point. We go to the 8-9 matchup in the troubling region, and the 9 seed advances.
Getting outscored 98-7. Think about that's ridiculous. I'm coughing.
Is he all right, Peter? Is he okay?
That might have been it.
We move over to the Nether region. Congratulations. You can hear the celebration in Connecticut where Griffin advances.
You know what?
83-17 over the 16. Congratulations to the Grifster. And in the Nether region, the 9 seed, another 9 seed advances. This one, Bob.
Let's go to Bob in Warwick. Bob.
Oh, this will be good. Hey, Bob.
I don't like that one.
You don't like it?
No, because I think it's a work.
I just don't like it that we had to remove the end of it. That really is what
your sponsor.
Yeah, I know. I know to finish the show. Guys,
yeah,
it's time.
There you go.
Yeah.
March Madness means drop madness. And we start out in the Flub region where the 2 seed advances.
20 years ago today. Yankee related.
So 20 years ago today. So that is 2014.
Now here's something interesting. That Flub drop right there, that matchup, Michael, over 5,000 views. I thought over 5,000 votes, and I was very excited. Not remotely over 5,000 votes. But the 2 seed advances. We go to the 7-10 matchup, and the 7 seed advances.
Iris Jurado.
Spell last name?
Jurado. Jurado.
Jurado.
All right, there you go.
It's
that works
Ecuadorian.
too.
Well, listen, I don't know.
That's his best buddy correcting him.
I know. That's why you got to love it. We head to the funny region where the 2 seed advances. He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That has legs, baby.
75-25 for Peter Mahomes. We also stay in the funny region where the 7 seed just smokes the 10.
Screw. Go scratch yourself.
I mean, Michael, I'll tell you what.
That's got legs.
It's got yelling. It's got bizarre Don slang, screw and go scratch yourself, and like a
And it's
really,
got Don.
And it's got it's got more than that. It's got thick Jersey accent Don. It's there's a lot there. We go to the troubling region where the 2 seed cruises
With a perfect read. Nails every read.
Oh, my God. He just punched the computer hard.
I actually prefer the 15 seed, but it is what it is. We go to the troubling region, the 7-10 matchup, the 7 seed advances.
Speaking of a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Easy, right?
I got a mouthful of nuts right now.
Some kind of party.
In the nether region, the 2 seed advances.
That's not true.
No, it is true. 64-36 for 45. And lastly, I'm very sad to say, Kenny Albert eliminated in the first round. This is a bad job. The 10 seed advances.
Nature called, and I had to go take a dump. Guess what? I got to get on my bike and go.
No, that was the correct.
Yeah, that. Kenny
I
did
know,
say.
but Kenny's. Oh no, I totally disagree. Kenny's piano was phenomenal.
Let's get to Drop Madness. The results for today in the Flub region. The 3 seed Peter advances.
Glass half full.
56-44. Also in the Flub region, we go chalk.
Hit the post, but the backhand, that one worked.
And it really wasn't close. 64-36. Took an early lead and just coasted all the way through.
I hate Jacob Perry.
Oh, my. Jacob is who got that in the system there, Tom.
That's right.
And that's who I believe it was all of
Great
us
job by Jacob.
unfortunately, that really advocated hard for that drop to be in there.
It's a great drop.
So it's really on all of us, and I'm not going to just put it on Jacob.
It's a wonderful drop.
In the funny region, the 3 seed advances.
See ya.
55-45. We do have an upset in the funny region, the 11 seed.
I've got a team that stinks.
And we have to say goodbye to
Wake up, Flip.
54-46. It was a close one.
No, listen, Flip it's a great drop in terms of usage, but I can see. I get it.
Here's the good news. Moving forward, Flip will do enough things for me to say that live plenty of times.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Wake up, Flip.
In the troubling region,
That might have been live just now.
we have the 3 seed coasting.
Your face against the freaking television screen,
It's gonna
and
go.
you can't remember who didn't bunt.
Don yelling 76-24. I don't even have to name it. Don yelled.
Who'd it beat?
It beat what I thought was a pretty good drop.
You get like a rogue piece of sand in the wrong hole.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that one. It will be going up against an 11
should've
seed.
shouted it.
Suck.
Wow.
A Don Rand
He's Chris Russo. He floats on air.
does not make it.
And that was a remote.
I got to
drop, too.
tell you,
That was?
I'm shocked that the Chris Russo did not go. I mean, the Michael people suck. It just shows that, no matter what Michael says about himself and how much he constantly makes himself an underdog and nobody loves me and blah, 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 people want to hear some good old-fashioned Michael K.
And somebody who's become a staple in Drop Madness, and I hope he knows it, Paul and Trenton.
He stinks.
The 3 seed, 74-26 over Danny DeVito, Dan Grassa. And one more upset. The 11s were out to play in this tournament this year.
What is your take on sausage?
Danny, 66-34 over Bob Costas in the
kidding me?
nether region. And we have a hard out. Let's get to Drop Madness, shall we?
Come on now.
It was a close matchup, but the 4 seed in the Flub region advances.
I love Hootie and the blow. Oh, forget it. Forget it.
52.1 to 47.9 over Michael's ENN Flub. The 12 seed.
He has weapons. Lagord.
61.7 to 38.3. A thrashing of Hopakong. Sorry to all the people in Hopakong. I have family out there, actually. In the funny region, the 4 seed advances.
Cut his fat ass.
Peter Shaking Ice didn't have a chance. 88.3 to 11.7. But again, another 12 seed upset.
How about some ENN? Bring us that.
How about shut your face?
75.3 to 24.7.
Okay.
By Peter's okay. The troubling region, the 4 seed.
Where I'm on meth and my mom's a prostitute.
55.7 to 44.3 over not pleasing himself, Michael. Finally, a 5 seed advances in the troubling region.
It's a slick white orb, and it has to be rubbed up.
54.4 to 45.6. Don's Thong Tookus drop does not make it. Peter, it's a good day in the Rosenberg household.
Oh my God.
The 4 seed Natalie advances 74.7 to 25.3 over our possibly stoned caller. And speaking of stoned,
Smoke weed every day.
Jeff
There
Pass
you
an
go.
80.3 thrashing of Joe Buck 19.7. And on that note, guys, let's go to
I'm a Michael guy.
Drop Madness.
Yes.
right.
Yeah. Give it to me.
The 1 seeds in action. In the flub region, the 1 seed advances.
Johnny Damon was a mangy mess with the Red Sox.
Mangy?
A mangy, whatever it is.
Was he down early?
They were down early. You know, they kind of got shell-shocked by...
Let's hear from Griffin's favorite, Jimmy.
Jiffin.
Jiffin.
Peanut butter guy.
But
It's a nice
66.5 to
I like it, but it's not
33.5. They had a couple threes at the start of the
I
first.
got you worried. They called a quick timeout and they regrouped.
And then that was it. They regrouped. And I'll tell you who didn't even need a timeout. They didn't have to go out there.
You soiled yourself. Chocolate soft serve in your pants.
The funny region, 80.2 to 19.8.
Wow.
We've learned Don yelling, something has to happen. It can't just be
it just
Don
can't
yelling.
be out of nowhere.
Another 1 seed win in the troubling region.
Football Mondays on 98.7.
Box.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN.
Bullshit.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN are brought to you by Sloman's.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision. 72.3 to 27.7 over Don's cough. And in another region,
You know what?
69.6 to 30.4.
Good Bob in Warwick. Bob.
Oh, this will be good. Hey, Bob.
I still enjoy it.
See, this was the New Mexico State. Everybody thought this is going to make a run.
Right.
It has a clear path
good
to go
for
far.
Griff, man. Good for Griff.
And Griffin lives on in the tournament. Guys, it's time.
I know.
Drop Madness results for today in the round of 32. The 2 seeds were in action.
Mm-hmm.
And the flub region, number 2, moves on.
20 years ago today. Yankee related.
So 20 years ago today. So that is 2014.
76.5% to 23.5. Juradu is gone. It's Ecuadorian, by the way. In the funny region, this was the tightest matchup to date. But the 2 seed advances.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
50.4 to 49.6.
Are you kidding me?
Go scratch. Jersey Don out.
How about that? That's well deserved.
In the troubling region, 2 seed.
With a perfect read. Nails every read. Oh, my God. He just punched the computer hard.
What makes that is Peter is legitimately concerned about the computer. I remember that. He looked right at me. Very, very concerned. 54.1 to 45.9 over some kind of party. Mouthful of nuts. Peter and Don. In the nether region.
That's not true.
64.9 to 35.1 over Nature Calls Terry. That are the results of Drop Madness. As we know, 4 more tomorrow. That will be the 3 seeds in action. You know what never disappoints, guys?
What's that?
Drop Madness. The round of 32, Flubs region, the 4 seeds in action, and I, for one, am stunned. In the Flub region.
He has weapons LaGord.
57.3 to 42.7.
I love Hootie and the Blowfish. Oh, forget it.
That's the
forget it.
I love Hootie and the Blowfish.
No, goodbye. All due respect, it's a good flub. LaGord? It's a new word.
I liked it. But Griffin moves on.
Yeah,
Griffin has his 2 drops make it to the Sweet 16.
Look at that.
But don't feel too bad for Don, guys.
Cut his fat ass.
Easy win.
They didn't even have to roll the basketballs out. 85.4 to 14.6 over the ENN Shut Your Face. A drop that, as I've told you guys, I did not have very high, but Jacob and Tom convinced me this is a winner, this is going to go far, and they've been proven right.
Where I'm on meth, and my mom's a prostitute.
The 4 seed in the Flub region dominating over...
It's a slick white orb, and it has to be rubbed up.
68.4 to 31.6.
Wow. That is interesting. Those are 2 very good drops.
Very, very good drops. That's a good 4-5. And now, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. 53.1. 46.9. 1,456 votes.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Natalie pulls it out over...
Oh, boy. How about that?
Late push.
Now, full disclosure, when Anthony was saying that call timeouts, it was Natalie that had the slight lead. She added to it late, though.
Did she tweet herself?
Ooh, that's a good question.
One of my favorite people is Jeff Passan. boy, is he great covering the sport that I love for ESPN.
He's a decent man too. Don't
he is, and really to see him hurt me, because do we have the cuts, the drops? This is Jeff's drop from
weed every day.
And this is the opposition of Jeff.
Oh my God!
Now that's Peter's wife, and she won Drop Madness. And let's bring in Jeff right now. Jeff, as your friend, and I hope you consider me a friend, I wasn't working when this took place. So I want to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. I think it was wrong what happened, and I think there were weird things going on.
Michael K., there's still some things that are sacred in this world. Like, I believe in 1-0 baseball games, and I believe in pastrami sandwiches from Katz's, and I believe in riding the subway to Yankee Stadium and Citi Field. And until last week, I believed in the Michael K. Show.
Oh, boy.
And then voting for the Drop Madness round of 32 took place. And I happened to be seated fifth, and I thought I had a decent chance of advancing.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realize was that this was an inside job. It was completely rigged. It was the sort of nepotism that should embarrass everyone involved. And here, look,
embarrasses me.
If I lose to Bob Costas saying "get blunted with Rostas," that's cool. It could be Bob taking a leak or Terry taking a dump. That's fine too. But Miss Hatton saying, "Oh my God," that's what I'm out on.
I know.
Now, I believe the fine listeners and callers of the Michael K. Show know better, so I'm not going to blame this so-called vote on them. And despite Michael, your pass-it, sell-by-date man crush on Steve Young, I don't think you're at fault here either, because you've got too much integrity to jeopardize the good name of your show on account of shameful actions. But you, Peter Rosenberg, you the man who spends his leisure time around the double-crossing ways of the WWE, you the person who sees The Rock and Roman Reigns saying that they would do anything for their family, including smashing a man's face into a bus. That's what you did to me, Peter. And if you care to respond, that's fine. I'll listen. But when you're done, and I have heard your lies and obfuscation and avoidance of a truth that is too ugly to acknowledge, you know what I'm going to say? Oh, my God. Because if you think that's a winning drop, you really do smoke weed every day.
Wow.
Can I defend Peter?
I don't know what to say. How hurt I am by this. I don't even. Go ahead, Don, please.
Yeah. I know the feeling, buddy.
What bothers me is our listeners, because this was a big drop back in the day, Jeff.
Hi, Robin.
There's a certain segment of our audience just hearing the female voice just sends them into a tizzy. Now, a lot of these people. Now, the reason I thought that you still had a chance.
So you're saying that your listeners are incels, Peter?
Yeah,
Good
that's
job
right.
There.
And what I'm saying is that I still thought you had a chance because those people also enjoy weed. But the face-off was clearly won by just the female voice, which in some of these people that were voting is a rarity. The weed's a lot more available than the woman.
Now listen, I'm not going to dignify I'm not going to dignify the accusations because obviously they're ludicrous and we all know that. So I'll just get to the real issue here. You know, the fact is your drop is hilarious and we all enjoyed it. When it happened on the show, it was a great moment. I of course appreciate it. Michael and Don obviously don't even quite know what it's from. But for me and for a lot of listeners, the drop means something. That being said, Don's right about one thing. A bunch of pervos listen to this show. and number two, you know, we talk about the usability of a drop quite a bit. As much as we love smoke weed every day, it doesn't get nearly the play that Oh My God does on a daily basis. And maybe
why
that's
does Oh My
a
God
factor.
get a play on a daily basis? Maybe, I mean, if it was just some random lady from Yonkers saying it, would it get the play that it does?
Wow, what a good point.
Don't know.
That's all right.
Don't know about that, buddy.
It's hard to argue that, Peter.
Miss Hatton has weighed in. She just sent me a text message. She has weighed in. Her direct quote, and I quote, is, "The people have chosen better luck next time, pal." That's a quote from Miss Hatton.
Of course. It's very easy for her to say when the election is rigged. That's what
you sound like a lot of politicians in this country right now. I'm not going to specify, but sometimes you just need to accept the results and move on, Jeff. You know what I mean?
No, here's the thing. I am accepting the results. I'm just simply pointing out that they are full of crap and that they are tainted because of the people involved, and that the people should speak up about it, because the power of this show is in the people. It's not in the ones residing in that chair. It's in the ones who choose to listen and keep you on the air.
Well, you know what we should do, Jeff? We should get a group of people together and storm Peter's apartment. That's what we should do.
Wow. That's where you're going to go?
Wow.
Well, you know what the crazier part is, Michael? Before you get to storming my apartment, I heard a phone call, a private phone call, and it was Jeff talking to Anthony Pusick, and he's going, I just need you to find me 200 votes. Find me 200 votes, and I win this thing.
Wow.
It was a perfect call. Okay, it was a perfect call.
Well, Jeff, I apologize. Again, I wasn't there. Maybe I could have changed things. Peter does do nefarious things. There's no arguing about that. So I apologize.
Am I going to see you at WrestleMania, Jeff? What's going on?
No, I'm going to be at SummerSlam, actually. SummerSlam's in Cleveland this year, and I'm from Cleveland, and me and a bunch of my high school buddies are going to get together and bring in my younger son as well. So,
all right, deal. I'll settle.
Except for the part where I see you.
All right, so we got
Cole is going to rant about the Mets to me, and Michael Cole's his both love and hatred of the Mets at the same time is my favorite thing.
Okay, so I need you to do me a favor. We're talking about Michael Cole, the voice of WWE. He'll be calling Raw tonight. He'll be calling WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. I need you. I've asked him once before to come on, and he was busy. Don't you think that Cole calling this show to rant about the Mets would be insanely good radio?
It would be incredibly good radio, and a week ago I would have done it, but now I can't trust you.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Don't forget. I always say that. Don't forget.
No. And let's say good evening to Jeff Passan.
Oh my God.
That's kind of the highlight. It was a great rant. He really brought it, but that to me was what it's all about. Guys, it's time for Drop Madness. Let's get into it. It's a blowout. Sorry, Don. The 6th seed in the Flub region advances.
Hit the post, but the backhand, that one would.
That's good. Michael, that could be on a run.
I hate that it is.
Yeah, I know. It's tough for you. In the funny region, the 11 seed moves on.
I've got a team that stinks.
See, there you go. That's the Don he likes to be known for. We move over to the troubling region. Somehow, yet again, another Don. The 3 seed advances.
Your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt.
Why do we even do this?
I know. There's no point, Michael. That's why you got to root for Shot Went Wide. Otherwise, it's... then we go to the Nether region. Sorry, Danny. The 3 seed advances.
He stinks.
That is it. Congratulations, Paul, who could be on a... I'll tell you what. Paul and Griffin could be on a collision course.
Now, Michael caught it.
Yeah.
But originally, when you talked about him pronouncing, articulating, enunciating every single one of the letters, Michael said 5 and then corrected it to 6.
Yeah.
So we all had a really rough day.
All right, I'm told I have the results
for
Drop Madness. You kidding me?
The perps turned out.
I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried for my boo. Let's see. Here we go. We start off in the Nether region, and it's official. I have to say goodbye to my wife. She's gone. Like Hall & Oates said. Oh my God has said goodbye, and Griffin has advanced.
You know what?
Was it by a lot?
Yeah.
It was 66 to 34.
Wow.
66.6.
Oh, my God. So a devilish number.
Yeah, really. Perfect for Griffin. I'm just kidding. Speaking of Griffin, we go to the Flub region. Griffin advances again. This one, 59-41.
He has Weapons LaGord.
I mean, Weapons Lagord to me has surpassed you know what, in my opinion. Although the you know what usability factor is just.
You know what?
Yeah. Now, close matchup today. Don beats Don. The 4-seed advances.
Cut his fat ass.
It's
sounds like his entire year 16 on Earth.
You know, it's such a predictable win. No, I didn't get it either.
Don beats Don.
Oh, Don beats Don.
No, this show had a theme today.
It really did. But listen, can we play the one it beat? Because I'm telling you, the 1 seed should have advanced. That was the one to me.
Are you talking about the funny region or the troubling region?
Talking about the funny region.
No, troubling.
Okay, well, the 4 seed in the troubling region is the other one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. So Don's cut his fat ass was a predictable winner over Don soiling yourself. Chocolate soft serve.
Yourself. Chocolate soft serve in your pants.
And now, Don, see, Michael, that's objectively funnier than cut his fat ass, but he's not yelling as hard.
He's a yeller. He's a screamer.
It's
and
gotta
also
be
came
screaming.
from a rant.
Yeah, it has to be a rant. It has to be screaming. So here's the 1 seed that I'm disappointed to say goodbye to. Football Mondays on 98.7.
Box.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN.
Tool shed.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN are brought to you by Sloman's. See, that encapsulates.
The positive of that is you, Peter.
Well, I agree, and that's the sad
you're
part.
just like plowing you're going down the road no matter what's in front of you.
No, I'm still moving forward.
And Sloman's appreciates it too.
Exactly, and yet it's another win. This one a close one. The 4-seed advances 52-48.
Where I'm on meth and my mom's a prostitute.
Not so much yelling, but there's a lot there.
Yeah, but meth, prostitutes, some of your favorite subjects.
That was close.
Let's get into Drop Madness, shall we?
Well, who's going to do it then?
You are.
Oh, I am?
I love this scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I guess I'm back.
You're back.
In the flub region, everybody, we do have an upset. The 2 seed is gone.
20 years ago today, Yankee related.
So 20 years ago today. So that is 2014.
Sorry, Jacob.
Hit the post, but the backhand, that one was.
62.9 to 37.1. It wasn't even close. In the funny region, the 11 seed.
I've got a team that stinks.
55.5 to 44.5 over the Peter Mahomes rant. I'm sure that's my fault as well. In the troubling region.
Your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt.
Don yelling and hurting the computer more than Don punching the computer. The 3 seed advances over the 2 seed, 62.4 to 37.6, and
that's not true.
51.1 to 48.9.
Wow. You kidding me?
Paul gave it a fight, but the 2 seed advances in the nether region. I'll tell you what.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it either, but I like it.
I don't know how I feel either.
You know how to feel about it.
Yeah, you do. That might be a drop. I don't know how to feel about it, but I like it.
I'm not going to cut it.
All right, guys, let's get into it. It's time for Drop Madness. The Final Four has been named, okay? A big day of Elite 8 action.
Let's see. I want to see
We
this.
start out in the flub region. Bad news, Don. The 6 seed advances.
Hit the post, but the backhand, that one was.
Oh, my. That's
Mike,
awful.
Jacob and I don't need to have a relationship to...
Michael, it can go all the way.
I think it could because we have a spiteful listening audience.
But don't worry, a blowout win for another Don drop, the 4 seed in the funny region.
Cut his fat ass.
Very, very nice. And then, of course, we say the troubling region where we had a much closer matchup, but Don's 3 seed advances.
Your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt.
Don Invitational.
It's the Don Invitational. It's the bunt. It's the bunt scream at the end.
Well, me screaming at me shaking the computer sounded like you shaking the ice.
It really did. But I'm glad for JK that the other one did. I'm sorry, I said JK. That almost implied that your mom married Michael. I'm sorry that for Jay LaGreca.
Yes.
I'm happy, I should say, that her drop lost. We didn't need that mention any further.
Right.
Let's go to the final one. That's it. We say goodbye to 45. Griffin advances to the Final Four.
You know what?
That is it for Drop Madness. Griffin, congratulations. Also, a big shout out to everyone from our 98.7 team back in the studio and our entire promotions team.
Yep.
Jake and the gang who came out to Philly to hold it down for us today.
It's completely forgotten. I mean, Drop Madness has never been more important, and the matchups were forgotten. Anthony, Now that I'm here, please do what you should have been doing before.
Well, all right. Thank you, Michael. Peter, do you want to do it? Should I do it? How do you want to handle this?
No. Listen, you take us home here. Michael, the truth is we really just wanted to wait for you. We're so glad you're here.
Well,
really?
It is the Final Four. And it is Don versus Don, the 6th seed in the Flub region.
Hit the post by the backhand. That one would.
It's
now,
toughest.
before you give the matchup,
yes,
Don does not want that to win.
Oh, no.
Which is Michael White has to win.
And it's up against its hardest opponent yet, the 4th seed in the Funny region, one of a Don class.
Cut his fat ass!
Oh, such a tough matchup.
It's
That's
tough.
UConn against Iowa.
Yeah, you know what, though? You know what's going to happen here. They have to vote for him yelling. Andy said fat ass. And it shouldn't be because what is it's historic. But I'm worried about it.
And we have one more matchup, guys. We don't normally do this, and we never said it in the beginning, but I think this was the 1 seed of the entire tournament.
You know what?
Griffin in the Nether region, the 1 seed, has had no competition up to this point.
Uh-oh, though.
But it faces the 3 seed in the Troubling region, and it's a Don special.
Your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt.
TMKS ESPN on Twitter.
It's the Final Four, guys, and Michael, you know what we're staring at. It's Don yelling versus Don yelling in the final.
Well, I don't know. I think Griffin could win.
Yeah, Griffin, I think, is.
I would like to see a Griffin matchup.
Yeah, I want. You know what?
You know what?
Shot went wood.
Hit the post by the backhand. That one would.
But if you really want substance, the cut his fat ass. That's one of the best rants that I've had in a long time. It was very meaningful. Because it came from the heart. It was a big deal with the Giants bad start. So if you're looking for substance.
This is sad to watch, Michael.
It really is. It really is. But I love him. Whatever. If he needs to politic against a cut, I'm all for it.
So let's just vote.
Or Packers.
Let's move on to Drop Madness. The final has been set. And, Michael, unfortunately for us, shot went wide, says goodbye.
Shame.
Cut his fat ass.
Screaming Don. It's such a cheap crutch for everybody.
53-47 cut his fat ass onto the final. But a surprise. It will not be up against another yelling Don because guess what?
You know what?
Griffin is into the final of Drop Madness. You know what versus cut his fat you know what. And we'll do it all on Monday.
Hey, you know what's going to make everyone feel better?
I know.
What?
Hey, we're going to vote for a champion right now.
There you go.
That's right. It's time to start it off, guys. We are here. Drop Madness 2024, the championship. And honestly, this could be very heated. We have the Don LaGreca 4 seed from the Funny region.
Let's hear it.
Cut his fat ass.
Up against an upstart. No one knew when this happened it would be a 1 seed, but here it is in the championship game, the 1 seed from the Nether region.
You know what?
You can vote for Griffin. You can vote for Don. You can do it all. You know, Michael, I looked. Don's cut his fat ass is a 9.5-point favorite. It would be a monstrous upset if we were to see Griffin somehow win in the championship game. But go vote. Twitter.com/TMKSESPN. You know how to find it.
This is going to be. And let's bring in Griffin here and see what his Griffin. What do you think? What's going to win?
Well, Don is going to win because Don's screaming. We all know whatever Don does, if he's screaming on the air, he wins. It's won the last something years. This is definitely should be the Don Invitational.
But this has substance, this one. This one has a little bit more substance to it, Griff.
Griffin's in trouble. Griffin's in trouble early.
Yeah, early voting in the polls, not good.
Yeah, we are going to need a real the people who really believe in you know what are going to have to step up.
But you know what, Peter, what bothers me? So Griffin just said something really, I thought it was insightful, and I agree everything that he said. I said the same thing. Don jumped me like I stole something from Marco's lunchbox, but he doesn't say anything to Griffin.
Well, I'm not going to yell at Griff.
You yell at me.
Because Griff is in the fight. You've decided to side with Griff and devalue mine. I mean, he's got a dog in the fight, so I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to win.
Well, I always root for you, Don. I have a dog in the fight, but you win because you scream.
No, but wait a minute. But I get that. And in most times you're right, but I think there is some substance to this that people are voting for because it was a fun rant. I think it resonated with a lot of people. And I don't think they've isolated it to me yelling. I think they remember that rant fondly, and they're voting for it.
Yeah, if that's what you feel, that's all right.
That means Michael disagrees. That's unfortunate.
No. I actually think Don's drop deserves to win. But Don has developed a cult following, and this happens in politics, Peter. He's developed they can't hear past, they get orgasmic when Don screams.
Here we go. What was that,
the cult
Dean?
of
What was his name
personality.
again?
What was that, Don?
Who was it, Dean? Who was the guy? The
Howard Dean.
So I'm Howard Dean? Didn't work for him.
because
there has to be some substance, right? I mean, that only gets you so far. Michael.
Oh, correct. Just enlighten me, because I'm not the brightest light. I'm a nepo father. So can you please tell me?
Great point.
What is the background to that?
The fact that you have to ask is spitting in the face of me in the show.
Why? I
just
don't
'cause
remember
you weren't
yesterday.
Here? It was the Neil rant when he was.
Oh,
when he
I
went
wasn't
after
on the
fans.
show that day.
Don't stop booing him.
Well, the show continues, Michael, with or without
I
you. You
understand.
know that, right?
That's
'Cause
why
it's
I'm
happened.
not
you too.
privy to the backstory.
Doesn't that insulting, Peter? That something had happened on his show. He's not privy to the backstory.
It was a big moment. I mean, you got to remember that moment. Come on.
Yeah, but I thought of that rant, right? Boom should have gone further than this one.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, but no, with that, Michael, that is where the argument is. The louder and the more coarse it is, the more likely it is to go
And
far.
that's what I'm saying. That's all. I'm not hurting anybody's feelings.
The fact, when he's not on, Peter, he doesn't really even care what
It's
goes
unfortunate because it made it all the way to the McAfee show. They aired it.
Unless it involves Michael, he can care less. He could not care less.
That's simply not true.
But simply not true. Then you're going to have to give us some evidence, Michael, because right now the evidence presented says the exact opposite.
Well,
you don't remember a
the
rant
days that I'm not on the show because most of the time I'm the pinata and I don't want to get upset at you guys. This time I wasn't.
He
Evan
said it
Neal
was on McAfee. Now we got to the crux of it. He wants to be on McAfee. He's upset that even though it was on McAfee at Jace, it's still a lot closer than Michael's got on.
I'll never be.
Oh boy,
I'll never be on. No,
You're unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I'll never be on.
Why would you say that? Why would you never be on?
Hoping that
I haven't
somebody
been
will
on
feel
yet.
bad and put him on.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's hoping if he says it in that
No,
way.
I'm going to tell you what, Peter. I don't think I would accept now.
You wouldn't accept?
No. I've been around a long time. Never a phone call? No, I'm good.
Well, I mean, they haven't even been around with ESPN that long.
Yeah, but the ESPN people were on his show even before he was on ESPN.
So you're hurt now is what you're saying.
A little bit miffed. But I'll get over it. I'm good.
Guys, I think I've kept you waiting long enough.
Oh, come on. We already know
Tom,
what's happening.
It's time. People will mention the New England Patriots. They could mention the Tennessee Volunteers. Gino Ariema's UConn Huskies.
Oh, yeah, sure. The Yankees?
The Yankees.
Yeah.
Very good one, Peter.
Thank
the
you.
early seasons of the Montreal Canadiens, but no.
Yep.
No. The run that won Don LaGreca.
Cut his fat ass!
Is on and Drop Madness will go down in history. Let's go through the winners, shall we? The number 4 drop in the funny region wins this year, 61.6 over Griffin's.
You know what?
38.4.
Oh, not
Griffin,
even close.
by the way, ran through the nether region. Absolutely ran through it.
He ran wild on the nether
and
region.
didn't come close over those 2,100 votes. And now
Cut his fat ass!
joins.
We know! Look at
Firmly-
this garbage! Look at this garbage! How many chances you get?
Former Raven.
Replied.
Or current Raven.
Oh, like the game doesn't need him.
Sorry, he's a Charger now.
He's a Charger.
Oh, no, he's a Ram.
I think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
No, Michael K!
7 championships, 8 years.
You know what, though? What's really unfair about the aspersions cast on Don, even though I cast some of those aspersions,
strong,
is that 2 of them were not yelling, and they're
That's
2
right.
of the very best. Congrats, Don.
And
You're
there
the
was
best.
substance to this year's yelling.
That's right.
There was substance to the yelling. Great job by Jacob and Tom for helping me out this year. We will do Drop Madness 25 next year. That is going to do it for ENN, brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Dodge Power Shot Days, Jeep Celebration Event, and Ram Truck Month.
Well, people tell me there's a basketball game on tonight. I'll let you know if that exists. I'll be watching Monday Night Raw, of course. But big show. Michael back tomorrow. We'll see you at 3 p.m.
Why would a lion concern himself with the opinion of a sheep? He added. The person that's commenting on my performance, what does he do? Flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'd cut his ass. I would. How dare you? How dare you? These people pay your salary. They pay an obnoxious amount of money to park, an obnoxious amount of money for PSLs, to sit there and watch this pap, and you call them hamburger flippers? What, you're so much better? I'd rather have a guy that's flipping hamburgers block than your piece of garbage ass. Who the hell are you to talk to fans like that? You piece of garbage. I hate when players do that. You're not above us. What, because you happen to play a sport? You make them, you're better than me? You're better than the people that pay your salary? These Giant fans were here before you, and they'll be here after your sorry ass is cut. What a piece of human trash. And I don't want to hear some apology. I don't want to hear, oh, I was taken out of context. I didn't mean, I don't want to hear, done. I would cut his fat ass. Oh, if I'm John Mara, I call him into the office and say, you were a first-round pick, but you're not worth anything. You don't talk to our fans that way. You don't talk to me that way. You are out of a job. You should boo him. If you see him in the mall at Willowbrook, boo his ass. If you see him on the DMV, boo him. Don't stop booing him. If he goes to the Pro Bowl, boo him. If he wins a Super Bowl, boo his sorry ass. Screw that guy. I mean, that angers me. We're not nobody. Flipping, but how do you condescend to people that pay to watch you play? Poorly, I might add.
Really bad.
I hate players like that.